like a set? Did you come up with some kind of set wish, want?
Well, I've been working with this beach house, I call it. I've seen very clearly, I've taken the time to mentally design it and what the rooms look like, what the flooring is like, what the beach looks like, the yard out front, and the little town center next to it, and there's grounds for growing crops and stuff that are shared with the community, riding horseback, and so that's like a specific thing that I see. Places for friends to stay.
Yeah.
Just swimming in the waters with the dolphins and,
No.
the waters like that.
Definitely not United States then, right?
What's that?
Because US prohibit by law to swim with dolphin or touch it.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, we don't need to subscribe to that.
That's right. That's not there. The corporation isn't there. I'm sovereign free will, and I am welcomed by the dolphins.
Yeah.
As I welcome them.
That is so beautiful.
Well, they want to see me, and I want to see them, and the people that are there. And then, I don't know, I see you.
Yay!
On
I
so
hope I'm
many
swimming
travels.
with dolphin. Okay. I like to, I want to share this with you. There's a Alma Talk speaks about, just bear with me because it may not be right place.
It's okay. I'll keep talking. It was so neat. The second time through it now, it just was more powerful that,
yes,
seeing the space that your chest occupies, and then throat and head. I actually was in my head. I had my whole body inside this head. That was just the black piece, like it was the whole universe. And actually being in that, letting go, no thing, no self, no time, and just being at that point of the space where all creation comes from, is really cool.
yeah.
You see that so much more vividly this time.
Good. I felt the same way. I was in, so-called universe, like a space.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can see the universe inside myself, in that space that I am. Right.
And then I'm in the space and I see the space in me, and then slowly, steadily become one. Like I'm becoming particle and then what parts, and then it's less separation between space and myself, the body, so-called. So that's at that point, everything we desire or challenge look nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a new vision I had today, the second this time, that I didn't have the first time. I was in this aurora borealis, It's not just looking up. It's a 360 degree. It's all actually in the aurora borealis. And it's kind of, I'm just a shadow and just running around and just skipping through and enjoying the light, the particle or wave of the light. That was a really cool feeling. And then I wrote it down, and then I felt like those butterflies in the soul, the center of the soul, and in dancing with my heartbeat, like ding ding ding, and then yeah, this is kind of like a feeling of in love. That's exactly what I want to feel all the time. And
yeah, I know what you mean. Right? Yeah, I was getting that too, kind of the butterfly thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like you when you're in love. That's how you feel. It's the closest thing I could relate to, and then in the end, when toward the ending is my soul, like here said, you are infinite, and you are infinite. Like keep repeating, you are infinite. It was so cool. It was very neat. And then all of a sudden, I just like desire, or more like I know what I need to do. It's give life. You just the soul thing. You give life, give life, give life. It just that was ended. How does it end it? It was neat. This is my favorite one. It was really beautiful.
The blessing ones, when I first did that, I went into like a trance on that one too.
I mean, a blessing energy center.
Yeah. When I first time did that one, it was like when it kind of went under.
What do you mean?
I was kind of the same kind of sleepiness I got with like Andrew one day, and then I've had that with some of Dorian's activations too. Or just like go into this deep kind of trance state. So I had that experienced that on the first time of the blessing one.
I had I felt like more like a cleansing to me. Was there's a certain chakra point. I noticed that reacting differently than other chakras. So that was interesting. Definitely, it's amazing how mind, the intention, right? That's the majority of work, and in how powerful the mind is. Intention is, yeah. Those are the things that school should be teaching early on, before we completely, heavily program. Is
just shows you that the system runs the schools.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
So one of my first manifestation is a school of source, or school of sun. Basically, teach, learn, how to live as human. It's meant what it's meant to be. So that is, even though it's 5 kids in this middle of nowhere island, and it was basically arts and a lot of the pattern of a fabric we're gonna make, and a lot of children and a bunch of animals. That's the first manifestation. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, it doesn't need to be children. Could be like a 90 years old lady. They're still children. Yeah. Before I end, would you like to say something?
Yeah, it's just interesting how I can, like now I'm out of it, back out of that place. Can really feel the denseness of the mutant matrix.
Mm.
It's still, I can really sense it. Where I am right here, whatever. It was fun to get away from that, but
Yeah.
now that it's back to this state of awareness, whatever this is, it's like I can really sense the denseness all around me of.
Well, in 6.5 hours, we have another one of this.
Yeah, nice. That's gonna be awesome.
It is, you're right though. During a meditation, the miscellaneous things came in my head. Well, in between this, I don't know, I have a time to do the sun meditation, or I need to make a dinner, right? And
Yeah,
the kid's gonna come back, and then wait a minute. The time is a worst offender, right? Of the fraud time. And I had to keep thinking, define time differently. And I always say it's a no time. This time now is everything. And then I have an infinite amount of time just to tell me myself. Even that's not true, still, that is the worst thing I could do, doing a wonderful thing, the exact things I wanted to do, and thinking something else. So I usually bless, thank you, because it's probably important, all those things. And then I decided to send the energy, I'm just imagining I'm making tempura, but in a very spiritual way. I'm going to talk to vegetable and I'm going to manifest the greatness of their being, instead of, things to do, the check-off list, and then come back to the wonderful state of meditation, rather than fighting or penalizing myself. Yeah, I know.
There's some cool books that I've run across. I have yet to read, but I've heard some guys talk about them. I'll have to find that and post it. It's cool stuff. But it's making time, creating time, and the point was just on the 3D level that we spend 10%. What was it? 10% of the time of the things we do actually accomplishes 90% of what we do, of what we accomplish. So the other 90% of our time that we spend is really could be, wasted time, or it's not productive. It's non-productive time. So to be able to analyze where we're spending our time, what we're really doing, is it really beneficial as to accomplishing anything? Looking at email or on Facebook, and those are just two examples, but where are we spending our time? Because it's like I said, 10%, about 10 to 20% of what we do accomplishes 90% or all of what we accomplish, and all of the other 80% is just floundering, kind of.
Yeah, well, I think it's a good day.
Yeah. So anyway, we can harness that. We can focus, and actually, will open up time for us. Then we'll have more time by just focusing on what actually accomplishes stuff, and then we'll have all this extra time to accomplish stuff. If it's not really accomplishing what you want or being of benefit, then cut that out as an activity.
It's a harder concept because, again, I like this statement of the gratitude is a form of the receivership. right? So accomplishing is a goal, or what do you focus on what you're accomplishing? Or a lot of time people don't realize checking off the list is forever task. State of being, what kind of state of being you want to be, basically beingness is really the completion of where we want to go. That's how I feel these days.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not so much of the quantity, it's more to do with quality of beingness, and then how long you can sustain it and share effectively. You know, that seemed to be my thing these days. One that yeah, because I tell you one thing, this is something I don't pop up because of the going back to money things. You would laugh at this. They I think it was at Tony Robbins, like 15 years ago. I listened to this guy, but I still remember this one story. You know, he does like a motivation speech for many people. There's the club of the top, so-called the financial bust, financial club investors. Those people make, you know, a couple of million a year. And then the one guy was really discouraged by his performance because his goal, annual income goal, is 3.7. That's very important number for him. 3.7 million. But no matter how many years he wished for the goal, he only could achieve 3.1, and that is make him insufficient. He's not good enough, because he did this goal for 5 years straight, and every year he failed. The number 3.7 is a jail for him. It's a jail sentence, because each year he is short by how many times, you know, I mean, it's ridiculous. Okay, I laugh. Okay, my God, 3 million? Are you kidding me? Every year? It's like, come on, like, you know, how many people wish just for that 1/10 of it, you know, 3 years maybe straight? Some people could just have 1 year and then, you know, write it off the rest of the year from the working. So, but this guy is a serious things, you know, and that is a whole year he going to spend perhaps the rest of his life being inferior because didn't get to that number 3.7. So, you know, he created his own jail in that way. And how do you think once you finish this life, going other side and look back there, you know, life, and he probably he sacrificed every single thing to get to that number that mean nothing, rather than enjoying.
But all goals could be that, even a goal of
excess.
It's just achieving a state of being. You know, if that state of being, if you feel you're falling short of that, then that's kind of the same trap.
That is true.
So all goals, it's kind of like Buddha says, desire is all suffering is in desire, or something like that.
That desire is a cause of all suffering.
Right, and so there is some. I could see that in there. So right, it's just a matter of being happy now, with other things in mind to experience, I guess, you know.
Yeah, it's hard. That's why it's all end with gratitude, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, start with gratitude, end with gratitude. And I think I remember Buddha, someone channel Buddha, you know, thank for like a meditation, you know, thank everything. Thank for even study meditation. Thanks for even couldn't do meditation. Let's say you did meditation, like you said, it didn't come, you know, get to the state of high or state or whatever you define a good meditation. And he basically said, thanks for that. Thank you for us, just a thought that I have now. And then thank you for the life that you have now. That's really foundation of bliss. And if anything else happened, it's just addition. It's just hard sometimes, to get to that. But because if you get to that, that's what is so-called gratitude state, foreverness, we won't be here.
Right.
We're here because we're learning, so
Well, that's like I say, that's why you'd be grateful for contrast.
yeah. Let
Right.
me see if I could learn this for you. Hold on. I hope you could hear it.
Now, on planet Earth, mass serves the purpose of producing an individual, a uniqueness, an individual, three-dimensional.
Can you hear?
Goal.
Yeah.
That is very often praising your gods that are human-made. Now, when you separate mass, what you do is you get solids. You don't remember that all this mass is vibrating. It's frequency. It's moving all the time. It is part of you. It is part of whatever it is you're sitting on, wherever you are, constantly moving. Frequency, vibration, separation. Separation comes with the thought. You separate for lessonary on earth. You come through with your own very unique piece of source that vibrates eternally as you. So you have separation. That is an illusion, but it is a very effective one. That is vibrating. This too is how the idea of you being able to quickly change your reality. It does not necessarily always work. However, I will say this to you. I would not address this idea to many other people. But you can actually jump yourself a touch forward at quite a quick speed compared to some other humans. Please understand, humans come into this planet, spirit comes into this planet as humans for a very specific purpose. And this question you have asked is one of them. It's to understand the relationship. Because you have the illusion of being separate from each other. Yes, you are. But within you, at all times, you are vibrating at a level that keeps you within the reality you have created. Vibration and frequency, all of you. You all appear different to each other. You all appear to have your own individual traits, your own individual uniqueness, to use your word. The reason for that is because in the beginning, you were created by a thought. It was a moment of thought. This is why the power of thought is such a powerful thing. It created all of your realities. Every reality, every being, every mass throughout the multiverse, you are all made out of vibrating energy. How you interact with each other, with your own energies, this is where lays your choice. So when you come into planet Earth, you do carry your spirit, your connection to Source, to come in for lessons, to master yourselves, to master journeys that you came in with the intention to learn.
I just gonna stop here. Just want you to hear. It's just wonderful perspective from the higher place. And I like to share a little bit more about his teaching. Made him really grow, and think what what it takes to be sacred neutral perspective. And I think his teaching to me was the most helpful and powerful one. So this was an Alma talk, and he's going to be coming free to talk to us. I think I put in a 26, was it 26? 8 a.m. Eastern time. So I hope you could make it.
Yeah, I saw you post on that. Very cool.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to end this broadcast. Thank you, everyone. Going to be watching this in the YouTube. And I really thank you, Zakaru, showing up and co-hosting with me today. All right.
It's fun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And stopping broadcast. Bye.